Hi, a little review from my Honda Transalp XL600V PD10. It's from 1997 and I want to show you some of my builds and some of the changes I did on this bike. Now I make a little rock around. You see it's not in the original condition as Honda delivered it in 97. It's like I did many changes on it. I drive it now for 2 years, I would say, a little bit over 2 years. And for the first conclusion, I would say it's a really tough, a really nice bike. I like to ride it. Before the Transalp, I love to ride my SC59. It's a Honda Fireblade, but for me was the problem, it's too dangerous, and if you want to live longer you should ride a Honda Transalp. So now we'll start at the front. Here you see I changed the forks. It's from the Honda Africa Twin, the XL750V, and you have to change the upper part and the lower part here. The bearings are the same and I remade them. Also here are progressive springs inside, and with that the PD10 has had already this 2 brake discs, but the Africa Twin has this larger one in the diameter. It's from EBC. So with this fork, with this brake, it's a really nice upgrade. I would recommend to do it at your Transalp. It's like 2 millimeters in diameter, bigger than the original one, so you have a stiffer fork in the off-road section. The rim is original. The back one is golden with mine, so this is silver, so I think the owner before changed, I would say, the back one to the golden one. For me it's no problem that there are 2 different colors, that's okay for me. Here you see I changed my fender too. I made this cutout here and on the back, and here I made out of aluminium plate like a spacer. It's like, I would say the difference is like 40 millimeters, so you have this space here, and so you have no problems with stones and dirt and mud, which would rip off the fender if it's too much dirt. Also there are like this steel flex braking tubes. I protected them with this like heat shrink from the electrical stuff, so I put it around and was shrinking it, so it's like protected. I would recommend steel flex pipes too. Here you see like I used aluminium plates. To be honest, it's like from parking shields, like the signs that you are not allowed to park here. I used them, they're really thin, and it was cheap, I would say, if you find them in the in the greens on the side of the road. It's like 2.5 or 3 millimeters thick. I drilled some holes, so it protects here this section with the cooling hoses, and here it's like for the cooler on the left side and also on the right. I put here the screws, this is the original spot here, and here in the bottom it was like a little bit of angle, so I would say it's a little bit harder than before, because this shield is like protecting against the wind also, but for me it's okay. The most time the heat is in the middle of the of this gauge. Here on the bottom there is like a 4mm aluminum plate. You see here it did his job. Here's some like impacts. Was using like here this kind of screws. Here also. It's like on top here too. Here's one screw. On the original point here two. And on the bottom you see here, here, and on the other side too. I would recommend a blade thickness like this if you want to drive about over stumps or trees, then you need this, or stones. Here in the front also there is like, some would say leopard or tiger stripes. No, it's like I had this painting cans, blue and black, so I used them, and like plastic plants, the leaves, so I painted like a camouflage in blue and black. It's not perfect for me, it's not the look. It's like, the problem is if you want to ride off-road, you will push your bike in the corners, you will lay down, and then you have these cracks. And for me it's like, if you want to glue them, they will break again. So I use this, like this, I would say cable binders, the straps, like crisscross pattern, and then push it without glue. It's really good, I would say. Here underneath you can see I used also this stop sign aluminium plate. Was putting here this like for the screws from the fairings, so it's a little bit stiffer and it holds more of the fairings, I would say. It's like this cheap LED light from AliExpress. It was like 25 or 30 euros. Really good light, I would say. The problem is the mounting is on tubes, or I would say on top or bottom of the light, and here on the side there are no mounting holes, so I drilled two M6 here in the side, so you can put it here where are the flashers normally original, and here are the second-hand flashers. I wanted this little one because if you're falling on the side, they are protected and don't rip off. Oh, also you see here like a crash bar. It's mounted here on the frame. The mounting point is not the best. Here on the bottom with one long screw to the frame, and then around here to this position. Also with the specs. Normally there are plastic clips here. They are all broken on the right side. Also you see like it was ripping apart. So I used also this hooks, these cheer hooks from AliExpress for 10 euros. I have here my rain jacket and my trousers, and on the other side there are like some oil, half a liter, and also like some parts, spare parts, cable binders, cable, stuff like this. We are on this side. I changed the angle. Here's like the battery underneath. Also under this cover there's like the regulator from for the electrical stuff. It is changed from the Compofire 55902, I would say. It's like a better one. It is like better for the electrical parts. It's like protecting the battery. I would recommend to change it for the better one. I would say it's like 50 euros I paid for this. It was a good amount, I would say. It's okay. Now here on the side you see it's like here like a little heat shield with aluminium. It's like from my old bus. I like to use older parts if it's possible. Here I put the chain around my oil filler cap. I had some situation with crazy neighbors, and I was afraid to see that some of the guys destroyed one of my vehicles, my bus. So I'm a little bit scared about people throwing things inside, sand and something else, and if you start your bike with sand in your gearbox, so I put the chain around, I'm safe now. If someone wants to destroy things, they will destroy things, but that is like a better feeling. So here underneath you see you see nothing. There is this fork from Wilburs, the whole part. I changed it to the Wilburs one. It's better for off-roading and also on the street. It's like it's more stable. You can't see it. In the winter I put everything away from the back and was cleaning it, and it was in a good condition. I would recommend to put this Wilbur spring inside. With the whole section is a good thing. Also here at the motor I changed like the seals from the springs inside of the cylinder head. Because of the oil consumption it was a little bit higher, but at the moment I have no oil consumption. Also cleaning the carburetor. Yeah, I would say this is around the engine. It's really in a standard original. Yeah, I think it's a good engine. The fuel consumption is about, I would say, 5.5 to 6.5 liters. It's like the old carburetor engine. It's not like ignition, fuel injection, so it's the older technique, but it's good, it's reliable, it works. I had only to change the rubber membranes. They were with this, it was ripped apart, so I had to change it. But the crazy thing is, with the ripped ones, it worked perfectly. I could drive around with no problem, no problems with the power. It was still like 50 horsepower, I would say. That's crazy. I never saw a bike with broken parts inside of the carburetor and it was running normally. It was perfect. Good bike. So for me it's like on the back. Here you see the original exhaust. I had one with the company MSR from Italy. I can't recommend it. It's really loud, and the online service from this company is terrible. And for me, it's like at the end, I would say, for me, if I drive around, I want to be like a social person, and don't want to be that someone is angry about my loud motorcycle. So I keep the original. It's like the weight is about 5.4 kilograms around, and with a sport exhaust you can spare like 2 kilograms, I would say. So here's the box carrier from Givi. It's mounted here on the footpack mount position, here on top, and here like this arm to the top. The problem is like here in the middle you have no connection to it, so I put here like a steel bar. I was banding it so it likes make it a little bit strengther. For me it's also like if you're going off-road and you're flipping to the side, you have like a protection for the bike. So I would recommend them also if you don't use boxes. The weight, I can't say about the weight, I would say 5 kilogram. Total maybe 7 with this bar, 7 or 8 kilograms. But yeah, that's okay, I think. Here on the back you see like here I put like it's a little bit too difficult to see, like a rubber part for the dirt, that the spring will not be covered in dirt. So I would recommend them too. It's only like the mat from the car in the floor area for the feet. So it's really easy to put on with screws, 3 screws, M6, and it's really good for the spring. Also here on the back you see like there is original brake. Here's like a little tip from my side. Here between the brake pad if you have the situation with the rattling pads, I took a spring 7 millimeters in diameter between the two pads, and the rattling while driving is gone. Also here with this flex part, I had problems in Italy with the old one. It was too old and was too close for the liquid, so it was stuck and the brake was overheating. I put up the braking caliber, and because of the hot liquid it was jumping out of the caliber, all hot liquid, and yeah, but I repaired it on the side of the road. So I would say too, it's a good reliable bike. Here I put this like the flushes with this rubber parts. It's from Amazon. I would say like 25 euros. Also here it's covered from the side, from if you're falling on the side. I would recommend flashes like this. They're really bright. At the end I can show you how bright the whole light is on this bike. You see on the back, it's also like the aluminum plate from the parking sign with this round lights, the braking light and the backlight, also with LED here for this, the sign. Here is the original construction, but with this aluminum angle. It's like stiffer and lighter, and also with the original plastic one I didn't like it, so I took this one. And also here with the screws, there's like my box. I can put it here, and here with two locks, can lock it here, so it's perfect. Now we see on the left side, here's like my little companion for the traveling, my little teddy bear. I like to ride like this. If kids see it, they really like it. And yeah, there are too many angry people on the streets, so this is some smiling for the people. Also you see like here, he's protecting my tools. It's a ammunition box from the US military for the 7.62 cartridges. And here inside is my tools. It's also secured with the chain. It's watertight, water sealed, so I have no problems with leaking water inside. Here's like also a air pump with battery, like for changing the tires, the spare parts. And yeah, a little screwdriver and Allen keys, stuff like this you need on the road. I would recommend stuff like this. Here's for me, it's like perfect between the skivvy box carrier. It's like I built it here, also with aluminium. It's really easy. It's from trash. Here with a little metal aluminium bar here to the top to hold it, and then with the belt around, so there's no rattling. So here the chain, it's the original one. I have also the original size and teeth. In front there is the super sprocket. I would recommend this if you're driving Africa Twin or Transalp to change this to the super sprocket. I have the 15 teeth. The 16 teeth is for longer distances, and if you're driving like long roads, it's good. But for me it's a problem. It's like in the upper gears it's like too shaky, and I won't have the force in the off-road sections, so I need the original. I think the original is the best one, I would say. So here you see, like I have the side stand a little bit longer. It's like an extender or welded inside with this plate on top. It's not pretty, but it's tough. Here's like a problem with this. Yeah, the problem is if I'm here on top, it's like a little bit worn out, so it's scraping here on my swing arm. So next time I want to change it here a little bit, that the angle is not so tight that it's grabbing around my swing arm. Yeah, I will change this. Also here with the fairing, I heat it here and put it down with the holes for the air filter, so also it's a really good sound now. And yeah, for me it's like the look is not the important thing. For me it's like that you have a reliable bike. And also here in the air filter I changed it to a new one. It's important. I would say with a clean air filter you can make less than 1 liter your fuel consumption down, I would say. I was great about 7 liters and changed it, nothing else, and it was about 5.9 liters again. So this is really important. I didn't thought that it's so important, but it is important. So here on the side you see this red cap. The original one was broken. For controlling the chain inside the engine and also for the valves, I had to control the timing. So you have to unscrew it in this, but this was so tight that the insert was broken, so I changed it to this red one. It's not my favorite color, but it's okay. It's a cheap one from AliExpress and it works just fine. Also here on the side you spark plugs, and the engine is really good, really reliable. No problems with it. I would say a little problem is like if it's cold and you want to start with the choke, it's like a little bit you have to play with the gas line. Like you have to rev it like 1,500 RPMs. The choke is like a little bit, yeah, problem I would say, but it was like a bit rusted. I changed it, new parts from the choke, but still this thing. But it's no problem. If you're driving like 5 minutes, it's good and warm enough to hold the. Yeah, here's like the cooling reservoir. You have to refill it. Then you have like this tube. It's like with a sucking tube. It sucks like fluid back to the radiator if there is not enough inside, and also if there is too much it fills back. So you have to look here. This is like the external reservoir. You have to keep it between the low and the full. Could be a little bit more, that's also okay, but I would say keep an eye on it. So here on the side I changed also like for the fuel lever. It's like a little bit better to turn it, I would say. It was like leaking a few times. It was a terrible thing to repair it. It was like the new one was broken too, then the second one was also broken, and changed the membranes, and at the end I used like a fluid, like some gel. It's like a fuel resistant, and so I could make it fuel tight, fuel seal. So now it works perfectly. I would recommend to keep the original one. We have this with this tube, and here you have this like with the low pressure, then it opens, and if you don't drive around it closes. If you forget to turn it back to close, to off position, then you don't have the situation that your carburetor will overflow with the fuel if it's leaking like the inside of the filler needle. Here on the side is also like a bag. It's really nice, I would say, like 25 euros on AliExpress. Here on the side you see there are the plastic clips, so I also more often fall to the right side. You see, this is good. I really recommend them. They were water seal, it's good. Here on top, now we come to the handlebar. Here you see, I forgot to tell it in the past, you have this 30 millimeters of, I'm not sure how to say it. The problem is the fork from the Africa Twin is 30 millimeters longer than from the Transalp, so you have to push it through 30 millimeters. And also for me it's like I love short legs with 1.7 meters tall in size. With the steeple it's like 1.75, but the bike is really high, so now it's good for me. I can ride it. Here with the risers, and also here you have this rubber parts inside for stopping the vibrations, and it was like I use screws to stiff them out, also with this metal plates with these washers. So I would recommend to disable them like this, because if I heard like stories with ripping out of the rubber parts, then you can't drive around with this broken thing. And I had some guy with the pictures, he used like straps to secure his handlebar to the fork again to drive home. It was crazy. So here also with the risers, and this is a cheap like handlebar from a CRF 250, I would say. So here also with this heater grips, they're really good, also from AliExpress. Here's the Touratech protection. First I thought it's like plastic, it will rip apart, but it's really good plastic. Touratech make good things. So many crashes with it in the off-road sections. No problems with it. It isn't damaged already, so I would recommend them. Also here's like my AliExpress smartphone holder. It's like here. It's glued down to this mounting, and then here on the handlebar. It's a good solution, I would say. It's like here through the charging point with this connection, so it's secured. Also here's like a switch for my fog lights, the lights in the flasher position. It's like a little charger. And here with my pocket, it's like a belly pocket. I put it here around. It's also like a little bit rain cover. It's not rain protected, not waterproof, but it's not important for me. I keep my cables inside, and also like I put my wallet inside, stuff like this. So here also you see the mirrors. It's a flippable. I would recommend them, also from AliExpress. Good one. And here that's a really nice. You can adjust it here in a position. Here's like the speedometer. It's original one with LEDs inside. Here the windshield is self-made. It's like polycarbonate. It's like a good kind of plastic. Also wrapped around here like the strap for my drink, and here with the security rope, so if it falls down then it don't flips away. So I really like this solution. It is really good. Now the bike has around, you see, not 9,000, 109,000 kilometers. I will make in this year the 110,000 full. I really like this bike and I want to ride it some more kilometers. I would say 150,000 to 200,000 kilometers, no problem from the Transalp. Important is like the maintenance, and then you can ride them thousands, hundred thousands of kilometers. Sometimes you hear like 300,000 kilometers in some of the forum. So I would recommend them. Good bikes. So now here you see the mounting from the Africa Twin. Normally you have here like the fuse box, and the original lock is perfect here in this position. It works fine. And at the fuse box now, it's a little bit difficult to say or to show. I try to put it like here, and it's difficult to see. Oh, there is the fuse box. Maybe it's a little bit dark. You can see it on the pictures. There's like 8 fuses here for the light, for the heater grips and everything. It's a good position, I would say. Now we put on the light. You see like it's with the LED. I can't find the end gear. Here's the bike in the neutral. So at the moment the light switch is off. So also like the backlight is off. So also if you try to brake here, there is no light on the back. Also with the handle. For me it's important if I ride in a situation off-road and I want to be seen, so that the backlight is not flashing. In the normal wiring diagram you see if it's off, it also flashes the backlight, the braking light, if you brake. So now it's like only if I switch to this position or to the light position, then you see here this light. I really like them. And also if you brake, it's like ice, I would say. I really like them. Also here with the LED. Here in the front, you see like I use this Philips LED. It's so much brighter. Also you see this night frog from AliExpress. They're really nice. You can adjust them in the height. It's really nice at the evening to ride around with the and now I turn off the lights so you can see the flash. These are the flash, only this little one. It's really nice and bright. And on the back, LED is a good technique. This is the size and the looking. They're really bright. So here's also like, see it now, also like for charging, but it's like problems with the liquids and it's not good quality. I always use my charger here. It also has a switch and it's protected from the rain. This is like, I had many problems with rain in this position, but it still works. Here's also one point. The tires are from Heidenau K60 Scout. It's, I would say, one of the best tires I ever had. It's really good in the dirt, but it's also like in the rain or on the street. I never had the feeling that I was drifting. Never. It's a really, really reliable, good tire. Also, I would say with the tires now, it's about 7,000, 9,000 kilometers. Here in the front, you see they're really, really good. There's enough for the, I would say, next 5,000 kilometers. On the back is a little bit different because of the, here are the force from the engine. Here you see it's like quite before that the tire has to be changed. It's like here in the middle. This is the most used section. Here on the side it's good, and also in the off-road sections you can use them still as a good tire. It's not good as new, but now with the 7,000 or 9,000 kilometers I rode them, yeah, really good. It's about the 120, 90, 70 on the back. It's a good wide. I would say the next one is like I would use the 130 millimeters, but the 120 is good. If you use them with the 140, you have this like in the middle section like a strengthening part, so it doesn't wear out as fast as the 120 or the 130. It's a little bit more reliable, but I think that's okay. I want to share also some of the facts to this motorcycle. Like the fuel consumption is about 5.5 to 6.5 liters. I would say it's like if you're riding, I changed the camera here, if you're driving around with 120, I would say here is the 120 light GPS speed. You have like about 6,000 RPMs in the 5th gear. So on the German Autobahn, for example, you have the situation, I would say 100, 5,000, 80, about 4,000 in the 5th gear. So for some people it's like interesting for the revs. Also some interesting fact, for example, it's like I had the main stand for the motorcycle. It was like 2.5 kilograms. The foot pack for the passenger, it's like on each side like 0.8 kilograms, 800 grams each side. So here it's like the packs about 5 kilos to 8 kilos also here with the metal. Here my little toolbox with the tools inside, it's like 6 kilograms, for example. The exhaust is about 5.4 kilograms. The original one here, you see. Like a sport one from Amisar is like 3.4 kilograms. The battery is about 3 kilos, 3.2 kilograms. So if you try to spare some weight, you can try to change the things. The main stand, for me it's not important. I use the toolbox underneath the aluminum plate to stand it like a main stand if I want to check oil, for example. The battery is here on the side. You can change it to a lithium battery. You would keep like as a spare like 3 kilograms. At the moment, with my weight at home, I measured like 215 kilograms to 220 kilograms. It's not perfectly accurate. So this is the weight of this motorcycle in this condition, without the bag, without the bottle, but with the bike in this condition, with the toolbox, the bags here on the side, with the rain jacket and the trousers, and on the other side with the half a liter oil. So 215 to 220 kilograms. I would say it's okay. It's not the lightest bike because of the V engine, but it's good. I would say for 50 horsepower, and you have to say this bike is like the technical side is like 30 to 40 years old. This bike is quite 30 years old. So I would say that's okay for the bike. Really important also is here like this gear from Super Sprocket. The problem is the wear out of the shaft, of the gearbox shaft here, which the gear sits on. It's like wearing out because it's like shaking around, and so it's really important. Africa Twin and Transalps changed this to the Super Sprocket. I really recommend it. It's the pad here of the shaft. This gear is like wider, and so you have nothing like this wear out of the original one. So have to change this, because if you don't change it, and if you are lucky enough, you destroy your shaft from the gearbox, and then you have like capital engine damage. You have to change the gearbox or the shaft, and I wouldn't recommend it. Change this gear and you have no problem. This is the main problem of this Transalp and Africa Twins. So if you have any questions to this motorcycle, you can write it down in the comments. I try to make as fast as possible like the answering, and sorry for my terrible English. I have to use more English in my normal day, so I don't forget the words, and I try to be good in English as possible, but I have to improve it. So if you have any questions to this monster, this 50 horsepower monster, write them down. And if I forgot something, there are so many changes on this bike, I will forget things, so don't be rude in the comments for my terrible English and my leopard painted motorcycle. So have a nice time. Bye.